All right, guys, here we go. Topic 5, energetics thermochem. So basically, we start with pretty basic stuff. We start with calorimetry. So we did calorimetry last year when we used a cup, remember, styrofoam cup as a calorimeter, an insulated device used to measure the amount of heat absorbed or released during a chemical or physical process. Some heat is lost to the environment, and this is why theoretical is different than experimental. So, we had to cut the little hole at the top, and it released a little bit of the heat, so you don't get an accurate representation, but it's as best as we can do. So we did that last year, if you remember, with the little pieces of metal. If you don't remember, look up some videos. I'm sure there's plenty of videos on that. Q equals MC delta T, Q equals MCAT. So the specific heat capacity of water is given to you in the data booklet as 4.18 kilojoules per kilogram per Kelvin, or 4.18 joules per grams per Kelvin. Either way, those are the two values given to you. And you're going to use that value for the specific heat of water. And if ever there is a solution and it says it's aqueous, then you just use the same value for that. You assume it's water. So beware of that limitation. They'll ask you questions and they'll want you to know that it's not exactly the same density and heat capacity of water, but you're going to use that since it's an aqueous solution. So Q represents heat, the energy that is in the process of flowing from a warmer object to a cooler object. So heat absorbed or heat released. Specific heat, C, is the amount of heat required to raise the temperature of a gram of substance by 1 degree Celsius. So that is a value that you can look up or you're given. M is the mass of the sample, and delta T is the change in the temperature. So here's an example. If you've got some ethanol and the mass is 29.6 grams, the temperature goes from 253 Kelvin to 305 Kelvin. It wants you to calculate the heat, which again is Q. So Q is what your unknown is. C is going to be given 2.44 joules per grams per Kelvin is the specific heat of ethanol. The mass is given in the problem, and then you subtract the temperatures to get delta T. You plug them into the formula. You just multiply M times C times delta T. Units cancel. You end up with units of joules. If you have any questions on how I figured out that number, let me know, and I'll go through it in more detail. Remember that for this formula, you can use any of these variables can be solved for. You just have to use your algebra. So the question might ask for C, the question might ask for the mass, the question might ask for delta T. You're just going to have to read the question and figure out which variable it's asking for. And then we'll move on to identifying an unknown metal afterwards. Right now, that's our first lesson, and I'm going to have you practice using Q equals MC delta T, and that's going to be your first assignment. And I'm going to go ahead and post that, and it'll be due by the next time that we're supposed to meet. So for Monday class, it'll be due Wednesday at the beginning of class. And for Tuesday class, it'll be due Thursday at the beginning of the class. I hope you guys are doing good. I miss you, and I really hope that this thing is over soon and we get to see each other again very, very soon. Okay? Take care. Stay on top of your work. Be good. See you guys later.